Okay, so Johnny, can you explain what happened in class today? Oh yeah, real mature kid. I'm the teacher, you know. You're just a student. What makes you think you shouldn't listen to me and follow my instructions?
Oh yeah, legitimate power. Nice one, mate. That's going to be super effective.
What? Did you say something?
Okay, anyway, like I was saying, I'm the teacher. You need to listen to me in class. If you continue to behave like this, I'll be forced to continue giving you detentions. You don't want that, do you, champ? Yeah, that's good. Mix in a little bit of coercive power too. That'll definitely have him behaving the way you want. What's that noise? Anyway, if you start to do the right thing, I can start to possibly give you some more of that free time I know you love. How does that sound? Oh, and last but not least, moving on to reward power. That's probably more likely to work, but it's not very effective in the long run. Hey, buddy.
Who is that? What's going on?
Yo, down here.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'm the guy who's going to help you out with some of the issues that you currently face.
I don't need your help. I'm doing just fine.
Well, I'm not sure many people here would agree with you.
People? Have you got people watching me?
Well, I thought it'd be the only way you listen to reason. So have you heard the word relationship before?
Well, very funny. Of course I've heard of it.
Okay, just making sure. Well, this boy's very unlikely to respond positively to your reward, punishment, and legitimacy strategies.
What do you mean?
Well, the most important power there is referent power, relationship power. He needs to value the relationship you have. That's the only way he's going to show you respect and begin to trust you.
Okay, so what do I say?
Well, value him as a student. Ask him if he understands his behaviour is affecting the students around him. Tell him he's a good kid, because he is. Just because his behaviour sometimes isn't appropriate for the classroom doesn't mean he's bad or unable to be helped.
Well, sometimes it feels like that.
See, that's the wrong attitude right there. I know Johnny, he's only 9, but he's a really good kid. Talk to him about ninjas or bikes or something that interests him. He's been in your class for 6 months now, and not once have I heard you chat to him about anything he likes. One of the principles of learning and teaching is to make the learning environment supportive and productive. Do you think that's happening in your classroom?
Hang on a sec. You've been watching me for 6 months? Who are you?
Is that the only thing you got from that? What about a supportive and productive environment? Try and build a relationship with this kid.
Okay. So Johnny, you're a good kid. I know you have the best intentions in class and you want to work. But can you see how when you start talking to others in the classroom, you can distract people? Do you think that that's really fair?
Oh, well, I was just asking them some questions about the work. I would have asked you, but you were busy with Lisa.
Okay, well that's when you raise your hand and I can come over and help you.
I did, sir. I had it raised for 5 minutes, but you didn't come.
Well, sorry, Johnny. Sorry I can't meet your every need in class. You know, there are 28 kids in that class and they all have needs too. If I was
Whoa, back it up there, mate. What happened?
He was being smart.
Firstly, no he wasn't. He was being genuine. And secondly, even if he is, it doesn't give you the right to go off at him and make sarcastic comments. Remember, you're trying to form a relationship with him. Those things aren't going to help.
Oh, well, okay, fine. No more snide remarks.
Well, good. Now, firstly, you didn't mention anything about ninjas or bikes, but that's okay. You can do that at a later date. Well, secondly, how could you possibly think that making him feel like he's just part of a herd is going to be beneficial for your relationship?
Well, I guess I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, I guess you weren't. Well, thirdly, you're the teacher and they're the students. You're there for them. They're not there for you. Your job is to help them in every way you can. Their job's not to help you.
Yeah, well, it would be nice if it was.
Well, it isn't. Sure, it's important to talk about respect and certain responsibilities that they have, but ultimately, you have a job because of them, because of their need for an education. They need you, but you owe it to them to show that you actually value them, not just view them as a herd of cattle that need to be led into the next year level.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Well, don't say sorry to me.
Well, look, Johnny, I'm sorry. I understand that sometimes I don't quite make it around to everyone, and that can be pretty unfair. I even am impressed by your initiative to ask a fellow classmate for help. When you weren't sure what to do. But remember, we were working silently. And can you see how what might start out to just be an innocent little question can lead to more chatter and more distractions in the classroom?
Yeah, I guess I can.
Okay. Then I'll endeavour to be a bit more aware about certain needs in the classroom. Does that sound pretty fair?
Yeah.
Nice, much better. But you can't let it get to this stage every time. Don't let it take Johnny behaving badly for you to do something about it. Be proactive, not reactive. I know you know a little bit about his history of trauma and abuse, and it's pivotal that you are sensitive to this in Johnny's situation. Relationships are even more important in a situation like this, because Johnny may very well feel like he's not safe at home. He may look to school as an opportunity to feel safe, but that is only if you create a safe environment.
Oh,
I know, but
No, hear me out. There are a number of ways to help a traumatised child, providing structure and supervision, continuing to offer stimulation and encouragement, assisting Johnny in identifying and expressing his emotion, supporting him in times of stress, understanding his difficulties and be willing to help him. Talk about the things after an incident to help process his emotions and develop insight. All these things can only work if you've formed a strong, healthy relationship with Johnny. If he doesn't trust you, none of these things will work. He won't feel safe, and most likely he'll continue to act out, because that's the response he has become accustomed to throughout his life. You need to reflect your students' needs, backgrounds, and perspectives in what you teach. That includes Johnny. I'm not making that up. That's straight out of the principles of learning and teaching. These things matter to your students, and if you neglect them, then you're abandoning your duty as an educator.
wow, that's pretty heavy.
Well, sorry mate, but you needed to hear it. I've been watching you for a while now. I want to see your classroom change. I want to see your students want to be in your class, not just show up because they're obligated. Make them see learning as a fun opportunity to further their knowledge, skills and practices, but ultimately improve their quality of life. That's what teaching's about. Promise me that that's what's going to happen. You can start right now.
I promise. So Johnny, I know that things have been pretty tough for you at home and in the classroom of late. I want you to know that the classroom is a safe place where you don't have to feel in danger at any time. I myself will do my best to ensure that this is the case, that everyone knows that this is how our classroom should feel. Thank you again for taking the time out of your day to come and chat with me. I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Thanks, sir.